it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be another declutter. So this is another beauty category. This is my fragrances. This is one that is definitely going to be a little bit different because I just have to describe to you how I feel about them. And I'll leave the notes here so that way you guys can see if you have a sophisticated nose. But fragrance is definitely a personal thing, and it's hard to really sell a fragrance unless you know how it's going to make that person feel. So let's just go into it. And I am, again, sitting here instead of on the floor because I have to constantly bring it to my nose to smell it. So if you only see like a rug, like it's not going to be a very good video. So doing it a little bit differently, but still same concept, just trying to find the fragrances that really bring me joy. And let's just get into it. Let's see, the first one here is a Ralph Lauren item. This is a Polo number 3. And this one has a funny story. I got this one as gratis for a team meeting, and I got it and I smelled it and I was like, it's kind of manly. This must be a men's fragrance. So I had Dave use it for a good month, and we both liked it. It smells very fresh. It smells very fresh and sporty, and so it has. It's like on my hand right now. And it has like a coolness to it, so I think it's more of a manly scent to me. And so he wore it, and then I found out that it actually is a women's fragrance. But this is something that I personally would not wear. It is very fresh and sporty, and it has a little bit of floral to it, but I don't know, there's something about it that makes me think of like a very sporty man. So I don't think I'm going to hang on to this. I don't know if Dave will want it now that he knows that it's a women's fragrance. So this is something that I will be decluttering. So I'll just put that right over here. Next is one that I love, and this is the Gucci Bamboo. This is their newest one. This is another item that I was able to win it for gratis, and let me just spray it so that I can smell it. So I love this one. It has a beautiful bottle, and when I wear it, I feel very sophisticated. It makes me really happy, very mature, and like I'm a grown woman smell, but it doesn't make me feel old. It just makes me feel like mature and that I have like a good head on my shoulders. I don't know. That's the way it makes me feel whenever I wear this. It's just, maybe it's because it's Gucci. It's really expensive fragrance, and I like it, and I'm definitely keeping it because it's one that I do use a lot. And when I do, I just feel beautiful and just, I don't know, mature. So definitely keeping that one. I love it. Next is one of my all-time favorites, and this is the Marc Jacobs Dot. I love Marc Jacobs fragrances. You guys will see a lot of them in this video. And this is the second one that I have. So this is the second full-size one that I've had. I have used this one before and finished it. This one I love. Is a very like sweet florally scent. And again, I'll leave the notes here so you can see. I love this one in particular because this is the one I wore on our wedding day. This is the one that Dave had purchased for me, and I love it. He loves it. And it just gives me warm fuzzies inside because it is a very nostalgic scent. It definitely makes me feel like excited and happy, and I can remember our wedding day whenever I smell this. So this one is definitely like a personal one, and I believe at our store we are no longer going to be carrying it. I don't know if that's like a Marc Jacobs thing. They're getting rid of it completely, but our store we did stop carrying it. So I'm really sad, and I'm nervous to use it up because if it runs out, then I won't have that fragrance anymore. But I absolutely love this one and will be keeping it. Next is another, so this one is the last of my full size, and then I have a ton of rollerballs to show you. So this is another Marc Jacobs. This is the one in Daisy. I do like this one. It is more of like a spicier florally scent, if that makes any sense. It's definitely more of I feel like a nighttime one or like a fall one. It's just a little bit more deep than the Dot, which is more of like a summery, springy, like beautiful springtime scent. This one is definitely more of a darker one, and I have used a full-size one of this before. It's definitely for me a fall time one, and I love this one in particular because we got this one when we were in the Bahamas. So it is a scent that I love for, again, another nostalgic, and Dave got it for me, and it's just, I love it, and it's pretty. I love the bottle. So this one definitely makes me happy. Definitely keeping it. Continuing on, this is a new one, which I know I'm going to be keeping. This is the Rollerball from Tory Burch. This is the Jolie Fleur Verte. This is, again, another springtime one. This one definitely makes me just feel young. And it's super florally and not sweet, but definitely has like just a floral tone to it. And very springtime, makes me very excited for warm air and freshness. And I love it. So, keeping that. Next, I have these two, and these are perfume, solid perfumes, and they are both from Coach. One is Poppy, one is Poppy Floral, and let me see, because there's one that I like more than the other, and it is this one. The Poppy Floral is definitely the one I'm keeping. I love the solid perfume formula. It lasts a really long time on my skin. I've never particularly, because whenever I use them, I never smell both before I put them on. I just put one on and then I'm always like, oh, it's not that one. So I am going to get rid of Poppy just because I love this one just a bit more. So I'm going to keep this one and get rid of that one. I've had them for a long time, so I feel like I should use them up soon. Another one I'm keeping is my Black Opium from YSL. A very warm winter scent, and it is a very vanilla note to me, and it makes me feel very mature again, and more of like a sophisticated woman smell, but without feeling like I'm old. You know, it just makes me feel like I'm mature walking down like in New York and being, I don't know, it's just what it makes me feel, and I really have been loving it. It's almost gone, so I have loved it for the winter. I would not use this one in the summer, definitely too warm for me, but I have been loving it this season. Next, I have another Marc Jacobs. This is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Fresh. One of my favorites of his, very florally, and makes me feel very young, but like in like my younger 20s, like college type of 20s, and it is very florally and just makes me, this one reminds me of Maine because I got it when I worked at Francesca's, and I actually got it because one of my friends who worked there really loved it, and it was, there's a lot of memories with this one, so I do love this one and I'm going to keep it. This one here, the Marc Jacobs Honey. I got it because I was on a Marc Jacobs kick and I needed all of them, and so I got this one, and I don't wear it all that often. Let me try it on. It is a very sweet because, again, that honey. This one is not my favorite of his, but I think I might, it's definitely more of a summery, like citrusy scent to me. But it is really warm and sweet. So it's not my favorite of his, and it's hard for me to get rid of Marc Jacobs fragrances because they just have like a space in my heart. But I don't wear this one ever. Next I have this, and this is the Coach, the same fragrances you saw before but in a rollerball form, and I tried to use this in a project pan, and for some reason I don't like them as much in the liquid form as I did in the other one. So it has both, and I don't think I'm going to keep this one because if I was going to keep it, I would use the solid perfume. It's just easier to travel with, which is usually when I wear it. Plus, I'm keeping the Coach Poppy Blossom. This one has both, and I don't need both, so I will be passing this one off. Next is another one. So this is another Ralph Lauren fragrance, and this is their original, I believe. And I actually made a mistake when I purchased this because I love #1, which is so like fruity and florally and makes me happy, and I loved it. But when I went to Sephora, and this was before I worked at Sephora, I picked this one up because I thought it was that, because I had smelt it in like a magazine. And so I got this one, and it's not the same one, but I kept it because I was like, it still smells pretty good, but it's definitely not the scent I was expecting. This one's more like, well, it smells like medicine right now. Give it a second. This one's more like a cooler, like sporty, going to the gym scent, like more like a deodorant scent. than the scent that I was originally expecting. So I don't think I'm going to keep this one because I have not used it since I purchased it and made that mistake over a year ago. So this is one I'm not going to keep. It's just too like clean smelling, and it's not something that makes me happy. So that is going away. And then the final one is this one from Marc Jacobs. And this is the Noir. I love this one. This is definitely a springtime scent. It is very gardenia, which is something that just makes my heart go like flutter. It just smells so good. And florally. It kind of reminds me of Maine as well. It reminds me of like the Lilac Festival, and I know it's gardenia, but it's very still like that springtime, like walking outside scent. And it reminds me of my mom kind of, because she loves florals, and this is the like a holy florals in your face, but it just makes me happy. So I'm definitely keeping this one. I love it. That is it for this video, and I think I did pretty well. I ended up keeping 5 of my roller balls and 3 of my full size, and I'm getting rid of, if you can see over here, 1 full size and then 4 roller balls. So that is pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of myself because those are ones that I don't use and I skip over for a reason. They just don't bring me happiness, where these other ones I'm like, I'm excited to use them. They make me happy when I wear them. It makes me happy like when I'm walking and like the wind catches the scent that's on me and I'm like, oh, this smells so good. So I'm really excited about this declutter, and I hope you liked it. I know it's a bit strange because it's a fragrance one. It's weird, but I hope you liked it. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!